Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the Brony Show, episode 585. Still going strong on the backs of giants. I am the host here to bring you the Brony community for this week. I am Circuit Main with a little bit of varying summer fatigue and currently a cup of fizzy izzy to try to quench as well as quell. And I'm also joined by a wonderful group of panelists. We have Deathlight Productions,
Hi.
DM21.
Man, it's cooking in here.
We have Toakoi. Or not. Alright, we also have Textalion.
Yo.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. I was lost in another world.
And we also have Suki from the Otaku Ascended.
I'm always so. They're words.
They're hard. Words are hard sometimes.
I don't think we're in the right functionality at the moment.
We really are not. So, I do apologize. I do admit I am quite fatigued. The summer has been rather exhausting on me for some reason this last couple of weeks. I think I also may have gotten down with a cold or something. So I was battling a multitude of things, and last night I was up later than I should have been. I should have went to sleep at a normal time. Instead, I was up till about past midnight my time, actually. Just not good. And I had a lot of coffee. Also not good. So I'm kind of writing about a few different crashes. Workout too. I worked out today too. So yeah, I'm writing a bunch of stuff. I have no idea how I'm functioning. I kind of am not. So we're going to do the best we can with the show today. Which is, I think I'm in the right mindset for Gartic Pwned. Because I have no idea what the hell I'm going to be drawing at this point. Or writing or coming up with. My brain is halfway to checked out, so this is going to be interesting. And granted, drinking a fizzy izzy at the same time is probably not the best idea either, so, well, when have I ever had any good ideas here? Speaking of which, I think the best thing to get started here is a good old round of gathering up the news of what's going on with us, talking a little bit about our daily lives and such. And that comes with a big old heaping twice dipped chocolate fried helping of wub. So I would like to ask all of you once again, as we do every week when we get to this point, what's up, Bronies?
Dealing with life, dealing with work. I'm home alone for the week as family went off to 4th of July with his extended family. So, yay, bachelor life.
There's, I'm just gonna say I hope you have a good, I hope you have a good 4th of July then, and you get to run around with your underwear and socks on with old time rock and roll playing in the background.
I was just thinking the
Don't
same
tempt me.
thing.
Don't tempt me.
I get the perfect slide.
You do whatever the hell you want, just don't record it and show the rest of us, please. Just
Yeah.
I will not, because I'm
keep it
not
to yourself.
much of an attention seeker.
I call bull on that one. But anyway. Anyway, well, fair enough. 4th, yeah, that is correct. We do got 4th of July coming up in just a few short days. I'm going to have the day off of work, and I'll probably just be using it to, maybe I'll do some projects, but I'll probably lounging around for the most part. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to take it easy. Especially since we're on day 29 of the artist training ground. I am so tired, but we still got a couple more days left. Technically, we got a makeup day tomorrow, so I got to make up one of my missing arts, and then the finale on Wednesday. And hopefully by that time I'll have rested myself well, so I'll be ready to do the final arting and maybe doing some VR yoga, which is going to be really fun to do. Yeah. Unfortunately, Kazakai did mention some unfortunate issues going on with him. If you really want the details, it's in our Discord. But yeah, that's his story to tell. going a little bit into what's up with Brony going on with me as well, I might as well go ahead and throw into this a bit of a status update going on here. And this is one of the reasons I was up so stupid late last night because of my own fault. So, of course, some of you know that I make mead. And I was plotting on making a very special mead for BabsCon's final year next year. So the first batch of the meads I have been working on was finally coming to fruition here. These are meads that I have put into the conditioning state, where I have taken them off of, I'm hoping, the yeast. I have put more fruit in them this time just to extract the sugary juices. And in a couple of weeks, I'm going to take them out and bottle them. And this will be my first one. This was made with a cherry berry mix, which is a strawberry, cherry, and blueberry mix of frozen fruits from my local grocer. And also I'm trying something a little bit different. One of them, when I started the key fermenting, I had just honey and water. The other one, I had honey, water, and a portion of the cherry berry mix. So I'm imagining that this is going to make things really interesting, and I can't wait to see what the final results are. And in fact, we're going to test them out at Everfree this year, just to see if I'm on the right track with this. And from there, I'm going to continue to work on making a specialized mead, once again, to finalize BabsCon. That will be available only at BabsCon, and I'm hoping to also have a bunch of bottles and stuff of it for people to acquire. Anyway, that's going on. Who? Is somebody?
Somebody's clickety clacking.
Yeah, there's a lot of clickety clack.
Is it still doing it?
Nope, it's not quiet now. Anyway, Kelsakai, I would like to make a new Twilight Mead too. Yes, that is on my to-do list. So I want to try to find something that encompasses BabsCon and the Berry Tuber party room, since unfortunately that's also going to be the end of the BabsCon party room. For obvious reasons, you know. So I'm looking at more of the berry stuff at the moment, which is also why I got the cherry berry going on here. No, yeah, that's part and parcel why I was up so late last night. I also started the next step of the next step of mead. I don't have pictured here. Basically, another honey water to put stuff in, and one honey water and just plain blueberry. Traditional one. See how that goes. So yeah, a lot of mead production is being started now. We finally started on the turn point. And yeah, I think that's about it for me for What's Up Brony. There's really not much else going on at the moment that I can or want to divulge, if I can divulge. Alright, anybody else have any other What's Up Brony going on with them that they want to throw out there?
Oh,
Yeah, something fell on my dog's paw, and I hope she's okay.
Oof.
This happened yesterday.
no.
Poor puppy.
Oh. Yeah, I'm definitely hoping for the best.
Also, something's wrong with my right thumb that it's not moving correctly on the controller. So we might think it's something also adding to what's causing my hand problems, but we're not 100% sure yet.
Jeez, just...
So I'm hesitant to say it here.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's just something small and stupid that goes away after time, but that really does suck either way.
Yeah, it does.
From what I've read, it might be genetic. I don't know.
And I wouldn't read too much into what you read. Online, you can come up to the worst conclusions sometimes.
Yeah, from what I read about this certain condition, it seemed to be a lot of the points were adding up for what's been happening.
Well, let me.
2 years now.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, I would definitely say reach out to a doctor and have him check you out. But let me put it this way: I thought I had cancer in my leg and on my
I know what you're gonna say. Don't self-diagnose yourself, but sometimes the doctors are just too busy to help you, so
but
you have to be your own self-advocate at times.
yeah, I mean, do a little bit of research, but don't come to conclusions. That is literally it, because it's hard to take stock when you don't have the experience either.
Yeah.
No, but a lot of things that we were reading and what my sister was hearing from other people, it's starting to connect the dots. I hope it isn't this another thing is what I have, but we will have to go to a doctor for confirmation.
Fair enough. At least you're going to go to a doctor for confirmation. That's pretty much what that's kind of what I'm gearing for. Anyway, Deathlight, I believe you were actually jumping in on something there.
Dude, didn't do too much this weekend.
Yeah, you were posting like mad over the weekend.
No, that was the weekend before.
No, this one too. You still had a pretty good chunk of stuff coming up.
I spent an hour fighting to get the proper alignment in so I could get the bolt in place for the front axle. And so yeah, that's all done now. Decided to go to the dumps. Took everything out of my Ranger, then asked them to check the weight of it. And turns out they only weigh to the nearest 100 pounds, which I think is weird for a weigh-in station. But there you go.
Yeah, they probably expect things to weigh a lot more than.
But people come in with like probably 2-3 things of trash, like 2-3 things of like household garbage standardly. So it's like 20 pounds, 30 pounds.
You know, I got nothing on that one. Well,
Yeah.
I got nothing. I got nothing good. I got nothing good on that one, so I'm just gonna move on.
So my truck, my Ranger weighs 3,200 pounds with me inside, and I need to shave about 1,000 pounds off of it, pretty much, to make it qualify for the racing I want to get into.
Well, have you tried Tractorkins?
I have no idea what that is.
It's a joke. Tractor Atkins, Tractorkins. Yeah, go on,
I
move on.
Still no clue. I grabbed the old studs out of a broken rotor that I had from when my front axle exploded on me, and I used them to repair the spare tire carrier I got off of a Bronco 2. So as pretty much ready to go now, except I need a spacer because my tires are so wide because they're pretty much built to go in the mud and over the sand and stuff. So I need to get like a 2-inch spacer for that. And I actually ran out of stuff to do this weekend after I was done with that.
Wow, you finally got a chance to breathe, huh?
So I gone and bought the shackles I need for my Ranger. So that should be coming in Friday. So I can finally figure out exactly what I need to do. I might need to weld on a little extension on the extension that I'm buying. Because I'm going to be removing a leaf out of the leaf clusters on the Ranger, so it's going to make the suspension a whole lot softer.
Nice.
My dad rode in it Saturday. It was really funny to me because he's like, "Yeah, I want to go with you." I'm like, "Okay, sure, whatever, just jump in." We hit the first bump, and he's like, "Jesus!" I'm like, "Yeah, it sucks." Because you felt the whole back end just bounce because the suspension is so stiff on the thing right now.
Hey, Dad, there's a big bump. Let's see if I can launch you. Woof.
I was like, yeah, and you have to remember, I drove this thing 500 miles for a round trip a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that was wild. Ugh, so wild. But hey, you survived.
Yeah, barely.
Alright, with that out of the way, anybody else have any other wub they want to throw out there before we move on to the dub? Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the news here. First off, of course, it's the Pony Convention news. Because Pony Conventions are still happening, and they are still awesome. And
Crazy, I know.
yeah, I know, I'm scared too. But we're going to start off with, of course, TruckCon. That is coming up in a week and a half. Looks like they still have a couple of sponsor badges they're trying to sell out of. But for the most part, they are all set to go. They've made special announcements on guests. They have I think they might have the schedule out. I'm not sure, but yeah, a lot of stuff going on. It looks like good, exciting times. And I'm hoping that those who are going will have a great time. Unfortunately, yeah, it's still one of those I'm not going to be able to attend. Though apparently, I've been seeing some of the merch that's going on over there. It's just like so such cool stuff. Can't win, right? But who knows? Maybe next year. Speaking of which, we also have Galacon that is coming up in 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. This is over in Germany. Of course, you got to give a good bazam if you're going to be checking that one out. So if you are over across the pond in Europe, this might be a good one to check out if you have the opportunity to do so. And of course, we have. You know what? I got nothing on this one. I'm not going to lie. I didn't even know that this was a thing till now. And it's happening at the same time, but is it related? Huh. You know what? We'll look into this and get back with you. I have no idea what Pinky's Chocolate Rain Party is, but it's happening the same time as Rave for the House of Bells. So I can't help but wonder if they're related somehow. It's definitely not a coincidence, I'll tell you that much. Anyway, those are the conventions coming up. Of course, most people are gearing up for Everfree. That's going to be coming out the week after that. But we'll get to that as we get closer. Let's go ahead and get into the little bit of news that we do have. It's been a little bit more quieter on the news front, but I'd say that's a good thing because it means we can get over to the merch and fun stuff a lot quicker, and also the fun stuff. Right, let's go ahead and we got Izzy. We got an Izzy figure right there. It's Rainbow Izzy. I think this is what the kids have been talking about these days with Rizzy. We found the Rizzy, everybody. It's actually just a Rainbow Fight Izzy. That's Rizzy.
You know what?
It still
Never
works.
use. Also, audit vaguely.
No. God, no. I'm never gonna live this down. Okay. But yes, Izzy Moonbow with Rainbow Styles. This, of course, going off of the Tell Your Tale special, where Izzy travels the world and then suddenly makes a theme park. Because what else are you gonna do with powerful rainbow magic? You make a theme park. That's what you do. With
great power comes great irresponsibility.
No, with great power comes a roller coaster ride from Roller Coaster Tycoon. Launch those kids into the next area. You all did it. We all launched a roller coaster off into the next county. We all did it.
Don't you dare deny it.
But we also, really quickly at Entertainment Earth, there was a Misty and Sunny. A little Misty and Sunny with a little bit of a setup there, including some headphones. I'm not gonna lie, there's something funny about this. I mean, we got Sunny right there standing next to a scooter. Then she gets on it, sunglasses on. She looks like she's all ready for a wild time. Misty's just sitting there. She's looking at the camera like, what am I doing here?
I like flowers.
You're paying off your student loans. That's what you're doing, isn't
Yeah, she's just like, I'm a bad bitch. I'm on my scooter.
Misty, sorry, Misty.
And Sunny's just there. It's okay. Welcome to my world.
No, you got me into it. I learned it from doing you.
I learned it from watching you.
Watching you.
But we also got Sunny here. It's just like, dang, bitch, I got my headphones on, I got my sunglasses, I got my electric scooter, and I just came back from Mickey Donald's. Look at me, I got my Mick bag on. I mean, seriously, this looks like an advertisement for McDonald's or something. Just... Oh.
Hasbro's like, sponsored by McDonald's. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
The funny thing is, you would think that Twilight Sparkle would be the one with the Hey Burger bag.
Well, she burns a lot of calories being an alicorn.
Being an alicorn with overflowing insane magic. So, yes, pretty much.
Okay, I looked up Pinky's Chocolate Rain Party. It's something going on in Germany, and basically looks to be a sleepover. You can get tickets on fan event tickets. German Brony's NRW.
That actually sounds really awesome.
And it has the thing a PCRP. I don't know what that is, but it's from 2023. The event ticket here, so probably doing the same thing again.
Well, PCRP, Pinky Chocolate Rain Party, man.
Okay, there.
Alright, anyway, let's move on here. Okay, Brony music. We all love music. We love it. It's wonderful. I mean, every time you hear the first few bars of Discord, everybody knows it. You don't even need the first, you need 2 notes. You just need 2 notes, just dun dun. And then it's like, oh. Yeah, you can even see the ears perk out. It's like, oh. But music has been a big part of the fandom. And with that, of course, it means that even though the fandom is still going strong after all these years, some of the old fandom move on, but we get new fandom coming in, making new music. And what better way to find out about that new music than Top Brony Music? Does all the work for you. It sifts through all of the music that came out in a month, gives you the top 10 that they think is the best from both new musicians and ones that are still going strong. And I'd say check it out. This is a great way to find out about the music that has come up during May. You can hear the music, you can see some of the artists that are out there. Maybe you can find the new artist that you really love. I actually listened to one recently. It had a really nice soundtrack style to it. It's got my attention. It's got a lo-fi. It's got a lo-fi track to it. It feels really calm and soothing and relaxing, and I love it. So I'm going to check them out a little bit more, see what they come up with. It may be something, a new interest for me. And I hope you guys do the same as well. So letting you know about that. Now, of course, tell your tale, or I can't wait for this to get shipped. So, of course, this Tell Your Tale, it looks like Misty is dealing with the fear that many agoraphobias have, roller coasters. And I am not kidding. I am terrified to hell of getting onto a roller coaster sometimes. And the heights, the speed, the fact that I'm in a different weight class, and I'm pretty sure that the moment I get on there is the moment that those rails are going to fail. I'm going to go launching completely through the sky. My last moments are going to be, damn it, I shouldn't have had that corn dog.
I can show you the world.
Too bad it'll end in 5 seconds.
I am falling to my doom. I wish I got on that date instead. How could this happen to me?
How did you survive that long? I'm sure you hit the ground by now.
You would think so, but
all right,
the power of music demands to be sung until
all right, moving on.
Done.
Moving on. But in all honesty, though, I do recommend checking it out because it's kind of fun and interesting to see that the fear that people do feel with roller coasters. And yes, her literal alter ego, her frightened, angry, self-sabotaging, I mean, dear world, the psychological ramifications of this are unbelievable, and I am all for it, and I want to talk about this episode in depth, but I can't yet. So I just say check it out, and I'm pretty sure at some point we're going to get a lot of shipping art of Misty and Misty. Me, myself, and Misty, apparently.
Me, myself, and I.
Anyway, we're going to go ahead and move on here. Really quickly, this is just something that kind of came to my attention, and I was curious about it, and it's kind of sad, too. Because it's a bit of an end of an era. So, Silverquill has decided that he's going to be... Silverquill is going to be stepping down from doing comic reviews. Which, I understand he's been doing it for a very long time. It was really awesome getting both the text version and also a video of him talking about it was both really awesome. But
I wondered when it would eventually catch up with him.
It's not just catching up with him. It's just that he felt it was time for a change and to do something different for the community. So I get that.
Yeah.
But it looks
Like,
like the
I
reins.
understand the need to change and branch out to different areas of the fandom or areas in general.
Right. But yes, that means it's spread out. He's spreading out to other things, but also means it gives another a chance to fly with wings held high. In this case, Trinary appears to have taken over the, for lack of a better term, Quill, and has started to do the comic reviews. Of course, that unfortunately means that it doesn't look like there's going to be any video reviews that we're going to be able to pack into our video segment for the end of the show. But they still have the written up things with all of the nice little pictures of everything and talking about what's going on. So, yeah, if you want to have a review and a thought process behind the comics, he has started off with Maritime Mysteries. So, you want to find out how My Little Pony starts a Jumanji fix. A great way to do it.
He'll go down in history.
Yep. And with that, we got one last little bit of news, and this is the I will buy this when I find it. A French company called Trade Invaders is going to be bringing My Little Pony themed gaming devices out. Unfortunately,
awesome.
we don't know when, where, what, how, or anything. We just know that they are going to happen. And this, I know this is a Switch controller. I immediately know this is a Switch controller. And I would buy this in an instant. I would buy this.
I would have bought that in an instant if that was Rarity or Fluttershy or any of the main 6.
I don't care. I'd buy it now. I don't care if it's junk. I don't care if it has the same quality as Mad Catz. I would put it in a freaking display case at that point. But I hope
I know where you're going with this circuit. It's just that for me, I have to be more practical because my money's more strapped at the moment.
If it's the junk I'm saying it is, it's gonna be like $10.
It's not even gonna be $10.
Well, I don't think
we
it
all
is.
Know that.
I don't think so. It'll probably be more like 20. If it's the junk I'm talking about, but it could also be good quality.
We never know until we try it out for ourselves.
Exactly, but I would still grab it, and if it is good enough quality, I would want to learn. I would want to do the pony speed runs with this controller, just for the irony of it all, and I so would.
You could also do if it ends up being just absolute junk, but you got a nice case. You could remove the case and put it on a good controller.
Could do that as well, yeah.
If the buttons fit on the, because this layout is not gonna fit every other Switch. Not every Switch controller is gonna have the same button layout as this one.
Yeah, it's fine. You can make it fit. Trust me.
I'd be really concerned if it didn't have the same layout as this, because this is pretty much like the status quo for a Switch controller. Why would you not have it like this? Unless it was
for the Nintendo brand ones, anyway.
No, even the Nintendo brand ones kind of look like this for the most part.
The original black one, with the bigger buttons.
Yeah, I have that.
I
have that.
Yeah. A little bit. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's about the same size.
It really is, yeah. But in any case, it's just.
I thought those buttons looked a bit smaller than the ones on the black.
Maybe the buttons are a little bit in a slightly different size, but I mean overall the layout is about the same. But we're gonna move on here. We're getting a weird.
The same. It's just I'm more worried about the button part.
Well, all we can do now is wait for a controller to actually come out. This, of course, it looks like they're going to be doing a bunch of gaming devices.
Is that official?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. It looks like this is actually official stuff. They even had a nice little booth for it. See, look at that.
Because I mean, it is amazing how you have to go third party to get really cool shit like this anymore.
Yeah,
it's awesome. I can't use that controller anymore because I think its buttons just finally gave out on me. But I mean, I have an Xbox controller that's all painted out like the Punisher and has full on texture and everything. The paint and everything, it's awesome.
Oh, that would, yeah.
I wore and fuck yeah, that was my main controller for the longest time until I wore out the buttons on it.
That happened for one of my PS2 controllers, more on the shoulder buttons than the face buttons.
No, it was the shoulder button too. Yeah, it was like I think it was my left bumper. Was what
I've always
ended
had
up going
issues with
loose.
either the bumper or the stick on that side going out.
Well, anyway, that's a future circuits problem. Hopefully, it will become a new sooner than later problem because I would like to have my hands on that. Anyway, yep, controller coming out, and with that, nerds, and proud of it. Damn proud of it. I'm proud to be a nerd. Nowhere else I'd be. And now it's time
We're
to
all
start it.
horsey nerds.
And now it's time to talk about artistry. Yeah, that was horrible. But yes, with that, it's time to talk about our challenge of the week. And of course, along with the challenge of the week, we had the artist training ground going on. I don't know if anybody else has been participating, but I have been. So have a nice
I hear
little
fireworks going off in my background.
I'm not surprised. We're probably gonna be hearing firewalks for woos. Your walk is your wake is a days, your workers.
Whoa.
Here we go, the freaking fireworkies. We got the Independent Day, then we went the fireworky worky. Rinse the birds and breaks the booty.
Do we have the
Hey, Cole.
Swedish chef's cousin here?
Exploded bloody. Let's go. So yes, we have the challenge of the week, along with the artist training ground, which is up to almost finished up here because we are going to be heading the final makeup day before day 30 in the next 2 days. But the challenge of the week by your wonderful rotational thing was balloons. But along with that, we also had a protest initiative challenge.
Stamps.
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 Stamps. I'm totally not stalling. But anyway.
Are you waiting for the stamp of approval?
No, I'm just okay, I admit like I said, I'm waking up a little bit more, so I'm finally waking up from the crash nap fatigue. But I'm still kind of there, so
So are you waking up in the ash and dust or the Cheetos?
it's the ash and Cheeto dust, man. It's a little bit of both.
So we're seeing both inactive and radioactive. Got it.
No, hyperactive. Hyperactive. Moving on. So, I took a different approach to stamps, or in this case, stamp, along with balloons. And also, I pinned this with the artist training ground prompt, which was draw a pony rising to the occasion.
Nice.
It's been so long since I've seen that animation.
It's been a while for a lot of people, but I
Jump on the ground.
Yeah.
Do, stomp on the ground, do.
This one was a lot of work for me because I've been working really hard on both my perspective and angles to try to make a pony's dimensions look right when it's not completely side-swiped.
Also, for those that don't know, in the old after party, that was Second's announcement theme.
That was long time ago, considering I had a separate sound card on that system. Gods. Anyway, so, in regards to this, though, the fun thing about this one, other than the fact that right hoof is still driving me crazy because I think I made it too small, or I didn't mention it. I don't know. Anyway, I messed up on the carpeting. I know what I was going for. My whole idea here, I wanted to emulate those like crazy 80s arcade carpets that basically were like stricken with different colors, just splattered all over the place. But I made a fatal flaw, and it didn't dawn on me until after this was done. Which makes the whole idea, the fact that I'm trying to work perspective and angles, all the more hilarious in its thing. I didn't perspective the carpet right. You can't tell that's a carpet, can you?
Oh, I can.
No. I thought she was in a void of magical happiness.
Yeah, I see.
No,
see
it's
what
supposed to
you
be.
did
It's
on
supposed
the
to be.
horizon.
It's supposed to be a dumbass carpet. I just needed to grab that whole carpet and skew it and alter it a little bit. That's all I needed to do, and I
That
didn't.
or put a line, just a horizon to divide.
That wouldn't have helped. Not with the angle she's at. Not with the angle she's at. That carpet is straight on. It needed to be angled.
Then the balloons are a little bit off angled as well.
The balloons. I admit I was trying to slap them in there, but I was running out of time and I was getting tired. So, I mean, the Applejack alone took me forever to get that set up, and I mean, wow. Bah. Anyway, any thoughts, Cold Dust?
Regardless, Circuit.
Looks good. I like it.
B2.
All right.
Good
So
good
much
stomps.
color.
Good stamps.
All right. And good news is we do have some other entries in here. Rainstorm actually got a few entries for Pride Month. So we got some good old Rainstorm art here.
Happy fucks horse.
And don't forget, holding the flag.
Kitsune Kitsune Pony.
That is cute. I like it.
And funny enough, last week though, I was feeling utterly horrible for some weird reason that kind of spurred me to do some of the more insane things I've done in regards to art. So, a few choice pieces. Doctor Who's Jetpack. When I really started to work with things that look momentum and actually looking like things are moving in space. And just a dumbass joke trying to get proportions right. I should call her Mini-Me.
Which is funny because the smaller one came first.
Yep.
I know that's the funnier part about the entire stupid thing, but
I shall call her Decade Me.
No.
it's still Mini-Me. It's just that she's older. I mean, she was trapped in stone, but you know.
I shall call her Grandma.
I should call her Granny Mini-Me.
Well, my idea would be I would add Cozy Glow go. I would call you second best.
So, say, Circuit, you gotta remember that my joke for that comes out of the fact that I had a grandmother that was literally 4 foot tall.
Oh, you too? I had the same.
That's amazing.
Oh man, my grandmother was on my mother's side was 4'5".
I'm not sure how tall my grandma was, but she was definitely short. I'll tell you that. Anyway, and fine little bit here. This is the one I literally made earlier today. Just
Nice.
Yep.
Memories.
And just kind of, again, working the proportions, trying to get them looking right. I think the hooves still feel a little skinnier, but I think I'm finally starting to get things down, which is always important. Was she always that short, or was that the aging? Which one are you talking about? I honestly don't know what vaguely.
Last
Is
one.
The last one.
I think he's probably referring to our
Yeah, that
grandmothers.
one.
I don't know if he's referring to this or to the grandma thing that we were just talking about.
Why not both?
Suki. Oh, talking about Suki
Yeah,
and the
the grandmother thing.
Because that's up to Suki to give out to be
What?
they were asking about your grandmother. Was she always that short, or was it kind of the shrinking with age kind of thing?
I want to say it was a shrinking with age thing. I don't think she was ever that tall to begin with. I think she was closer to 5 foot in her at her best. I want to say, God, she was over 5 foot at some point. Because the thing is that it's, well, the main reason, because I know, let me see, I know my sister was like 5. It's like 5'2", 5'3", and I think, so she was, and at least from as long as I can remember, my grandmother was always that much shorter. So it was, I mean, it had to have occurred at some point pretty pretty much like right around like retirement age and stuff like that. I had to really start turning around. I mean, she might have just always been that short, and somehow my mom ended up being like 5'10".
Nutrition's a bit. I mean, nutrition could do some really amazing things at times.
Well, then again, what am I thinking? I knew a guy in high school that, as a high school sophomore, he was 6'11", and his dad was 5 foot even.
Dear world, Andre the freaking high schooler apparently.
The fun fact is about my family on my mother's side. My mother at 6 foot was the shortest of her 3 siblings. Well, her and her 2 siblings. And the youngest was 6'6". So yeah, family growth is weird.
Alright, well, just to throw this aside, and the fact that I'm actually pleasantly surprised some people immediately started throwing in on this. The picker wheel is up, everybody! Now it's time to do our random choice for next week's Artist Training Ground. And not next week's Artist Training Ground, next week's Challenge of the Week. Because Artist Training Ground is almost over. Which means I'm going to be able to focus on this more intentionally now. Which also means I could do things like maybe getting my revenge on the dumbass robot that made an entire layer out of cardboard and fireworks.
You know what?
And
you know what?
Made you blue body.
You know what? There's a very obvious way to take this, but I want to see what you guys can do.
Oh God! Remember, this is a PG-13 podcast.
Hey, you can take that any way you want. I just knew how it would obviously go.
That's great. I love it.
Yeah, they must be talking about the wallet. No, it's the wallet. It's the wallet. They're talking about the wallet. You gotta have a fat wad of cash. You gotta have 6 inches worth of cash.
No, it has to be the hair. It has to be the hair.
No, it's the new Ridge wallet. All about the smoothness.
Is it ripped for your pleasure?
He said bridge. But anyway,
I know that.
Yeah, but anyway,
my first thought that came to mind was something about a roller coaster.
They call it Ridge.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Vaguely, really? Oh no. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, fair enough. All right, we're gonna go ahead and random wheel this. Apparently, we've already gotten off the rails here.
Second, were we ever on the rails?
Sometimes. And oh wow! Explosions by a hair. That was so tight. I mean, okay.
Bagley's got picked.
Look at this. Look at that.
That is a pick.
That is oh.
No, that's a few pixels.
Ha!
No,
Boom,
that's
baby.
because we zoomed in. It is a pixel.
It is pretty. It is very much a pixel.
Wow.
So explosions. But we also have a protest challenge.
Yes. The protest initiative challenge this week is I forgot it. Damn it. Broken windows.
Wow, talk about a match made in heaven.
Wow.
Yep, explosions and broken windows.
Just remember, you want an explosion that is at least 6 inches.
Yep, breaking through your window.
Yeah. Like,
But remember, if it lasts longer than 4 hours.
boom, baby.
Har har.